we have to move on. A casualty from the game played against you guys, James Franklin and Penn State fire offensive coordinator Mike Zurcich. We have a little clip from his press conference, and then I want to show you a little stat about him that I'm going to ask the question, was it the OC? Let's see this real quick.
Obviously, the first thing is appreciate the contributions that Coach Zurcich made here. Obviously, we made a tough decision that we feel like was in the best interest of the program moving forward. I know there's going to be some questions, and I'll answer some questions, but obviously would like to spend as much time talking about our opponent this week as possible. A couple other things, kind of when you review the Michigan game, turnover battle, we lost. Explosive play battle, we lost. The third down battle, we lost. Sack, we won. Drive start battle, we lost. And then the penalties, we won. Sack battle, it was essentially a tie, but from a yardage standpoint, we won.
Yeah, buddy. So they fired Mike Zurcich after the 24-15 loss. One of the things that he was saying in the press conference was, there was things that he kind of told him. There's things that he said, this is kind of what I wanted to do. This is kind of direction I wanted to go. And he was saying that those things weren't getting done. There were some things he called in the game or even some suggestions he made that weren't coming. They weren't getting played out. So they said it was that time. What do you think of his remarks in lieu of the firing?
I feel like everything he said there was truthful. Absolutely that clip that he said there. And I mean, the one thing I said about Penn State was that the issue with them is the training wheels are still on Drew Aller. Mm-hmm. And this is a quarterback where you gotta, especially a young quarterback, I know it's national title or bust, but you gotta let this kid make the mistakes. You gotta let him grow. I feel like if he was the reason that Aller was still limited, then he should be gone. But he's a solid offense coordinator. He'll get picked up somewhere else. Yeah. But maybe just the fit wasn't there anymore.
Yeah. And obviously, going back, looking at the videos, kind of looking at, the comments and the articles and the things of that nature. And, one of the questions was they didn't think that he, maybe he wasn't developing. Thank you, sir. Maybe they weren't developing him in the way that maybe Penn State would have liked. And look, we have talked about it all year long that Penn State starts slow. I mean, each of their games, they struggled early and, fortunately for them, and a week ago when they played Maryland, they turned it on late, and that defense picked it up. But that offense has been an issue for them, and it shouldn't be that way with the amount of talent they have.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,